Before we start, I would want you to hit that red subscribe button so you never miss out on any of our videos. Stay until the end of the video for a free gift card giveaway. Here are the 6 worst maps in GTA history. Number 6, GTA. GTA is a great game. Really, it is. I remember playing it when it first came out and just causing carnage in its 3 cities. Though like any series with numerous iterations, the first will always be the less advanced than its successors. While the first GTA game finds itself in the middle of this list for how innovative it was, it is also here because it has not stood the test of time. It is odd to think of how different this game would have been. When being developed by DMA Design, the original title was Race and Chase. When first conceptualized, Race and Chase allowed the player to choose to be a cop or a robber, and they would, well, chase and race. After several developments, the choice to be a cop was dropped, and the focus shifted more towards creating as much carnage as you can. The developers finally decided on what will become the iconic name, Grand Theft Auto. Let's face it, could you imagine getting excited for Race and Chase 6?
ठीक है, यहाँ से राइट ले लिया. अब मेरे को पहले सीधी भगानी है. अब मैं रोकूंगा ही नहीं भाई. तेज चलाने सीखनी है यार गाड़ी. मेरे को स्लो चलाने में बिल्कुल.
Number 5, GTA London 1961. The second of the GTA London expansion pack falls into the last place, simply for doing little to add to what GTA London 1969 had already brought to the table. The game engine, map, and sprites are identical to its predecessor. It's apparent that the release was created to tide over gamers waiting for a true sequel to the first game. It is clear as to why it was a freeware title, as it would have been insulting to pay for a near carbon copy of GTA London 1969. As much as we love the game's satire, GTA London 1961 was a stale entry to the GTA franchise, and even Rockstar Games seems to acknowledge this, given that they barely ever reference the game at all. Number 4, GTA London 1969. A GTA game in London has been clamored ever after since the GTA series went blockbuster in the early noughties. Much like with GTA London 1961, many gamers don't realize that Rockstar have visited this location on more than one occasion, with their first trip taking place in 1969. They get extra points here for its namesake year because, well, you know what I'm getting at, right? It was run to ride about in the Austin Powers car and big red buses, but what let this entry down was that it did little to geographically represent real-life London, which is odd given that this is the only entry to take place in an actual city. Maybe Rockstar will revisit the location at some point in the future, and given how far they've come in creating game worlds that we feel lived in, I'm sure they will nail it on the 3rd try. Number 3, GTA Liberty City Stories. Liberty City Stories started life as a PSP title and was eventually ported over to the PS2. The game expanded upon the backstory of the Leon family and explored Tony Cipriani's character in more detail. He is an interesting character too. All we know of him from GTA 3 is that he is fiercely loyal to Don Leon and his own mama. But GTA Liberty City Stories lets you play through this ascension from a lowly foot soldier all the way to the top of Liberty City's main crime family. Rockstar Games even made an effort to give Liberty City a sense of continuity. Based in 1998, 3 years before the events of GTA 3, it includes locations and buildings that no longer existed in the timeline of GTA 3, and even allowed players to ride about on motorcycles. This was not possible in GTA 3, where an in-game explanation was given that motorcycles were banned shortly after the beginning of the new millennium. Tony is a great character, and as always, one pertinent question remains on our list. Tony, how's your mama?
Me, Daddy Vincenzo over here. So from now on, you work for me. So I better see you back here.
Number 2, GTA Vice City Stories. Much in the same vein as GTA Liberty City Stories, Vice City Stories brings life to a character we knew little about from GTA Vice City and revamps the world in which the game is set. In the opening cutscene of GTA Vice City, we are introduced to a new protagonist, Vic Lance. Vic is one bad dude. A former corporal in the US Army, the game sees his rise from an upstanding member of the armed forces to a drug trafficker and a major player in the Vice City crime scene. GTA Vice City Stories also adds new features to the empire building of GTA Vice City, with properties you own prone to attacks to rival gangs. It makes them seem more like actual fronts of your shady enterprise, as opposed to places you collect cash and then the odd mission from. Much like GTA Liberty City Stories, it is interesting to have run-ins with major characters from GTA Vice City and see how life was for them before Tommy Vercetti came along and, much like Vic, ended up dominating the criminal landscape of Vice City. Number 1, GTA Advance. The Game Boy Advance was announced with a lot of promise. Initially, it was to be a port of GTA 3, but due to technical limitations, GTA Advance ended up being a top-down prequel to GTA 3, and not a great one at that. Given the low specs of the Game Boy Advance, Rockstar Games did well to make the aesthetic GTA Advance as true to the original GTA games as possible, though in the end, it just did not have the same level of polish as other games in the series. When the selection of radio tracks helped make the previous game, GTA Advance featured a lackluster selection of music, and its driving felt poor when compared to the first few GTA games. Ultimately, GTA Advance is a game that started with so much promise and disappointed so many.
Because we're going to Luigi.
And as I was saying before about the buildings being under construction like in Liberty City,
This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them.